I wanted to dedicate this episode to my friend Terry in Alabama. He's always asking me how I do my ribs. Now he's gonna know. Okay, so today we are doing barbecued Babyback spare ribs and grilled zucchini, not in any particular order. And today I'm smoking my trusty La Gloria Cubana Series N. This is my favorite cigar. I probably won't be smoking anything very different from this because this is my go-to smoke when I grill. So welcome to Cigar-B-Q. My name is George. Let's get this party started. So I'm going to toast up my cigar here. I toast, sometimes I don't. You know, I'm not sure. Some say it makes a big difference, but I do a little of both. I toast it and then I try and use as much as an indirect heat as possible when puffing. I have here is zucchini that I slathered in olive oil, a little bit of salt and pepper. Don't put the salt on too early because the salt dehydrates the zucchini and releases the liquid from the zucchini. So you want to keep it as juicy as possible while it cooks on the grill because you don't want, you know, potato chips. Or in this case, zucchini chips, which probably wouldn't be so bad, but for this segment, we want them tender and tasty. A nice even burn going so far. So, let's take a look at these zucchini. Looking nice. Got some little grill marks on there. Very nice. So I cut these about, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch thick, I guess. And believe it or not, zucchinis can be challenging. It can be very challenging to cut. These are looking nice. So I'm going to cover these. I see a lot of people with all these gadgets to hold their cigars. You know, there's nothing wrong during your barbecue, especially here at Cigar-B-Q. Tongs, cigar. See? Not so bad. And you can smell the grill while you're pulling in on your smoke. It's a pretty weird combination. That's nice. Do I have the only cat that takes like a 60-second piss in the litter box? Sometimes that cat pees for so long and so hard that it's like there's a human pissing in the litter box. And it just sounds like it's going on forever. I even think sometimes someone left the water running. Is it me? I could be wrong, but I'm not. Alright, so in a few minutes we'll check down these zucchini first, alright? Then the ribs. Well, the thermostat's a little over 300. Those here. Trusty tongs. These are looking great. I'm going to put these to the side. I'm a very fast cigar smoker. And, you know, you're really supposed to kind of pace it. So, you know, first of all, you want to enjoy the cigar that you spent money on. But also, the cigar gets too hot, in my opinion, and from one of the research I've done, is that it chars the tobacco, and the tobacco can burn too hot, too far into the cigar, too far into the shaft, and it can get acrid. So my wife just gave me the finger. That means the ribs are done. My dad is from Ischia. He's Nobly Don. The only Italian I know is Parmesan, right? Ricotta, calzone. Those are my Italian words, all right? So anyway, let's get the rest of these zucchini off. All right, now. So what I do to prepare the ribs, well, my wife does actually, she will season the ribs, wrap them in foil, let them sit for 24 hours. You take the ribs out an hour before to let them get to room temperature. So we put them in the oven, in the foil, wrapped in foil with the seasoning. 24 hours it sits into the oven after they've been out an hour to get to room temperature, and they bake for 90 minutes. And then I will now squirt some barbecue sauce on. My favorite is Sweet Baby Ray's Original. This is not product placement, by the way. Okay. Then I get the brush, and then I use the drippings from the oven, and I work it into the barbecue sauce like that. Okay, now I want them to glaze, so I'm going to flip it over. I could be wrong, but I'm not. Let me barbecue this side too while I'm here. I have to do it later. A couple of squirts. You can use whatever sauce you want. Again, I use the dripping and work it into the barbecue sauce. Kind of like doing a cavity search, but on ribs. You gotta get in the crevices, right? Yeah, boom. Nice. Work it in. That's gonna sit for about 10 minutes. So, back to what I was saying. I smoke cigars very fast, and that's bad. But I also like to smoke pipes. And let me tell you, smoking a pipe is a different animal altogether. When your cigar gets down to the nub, right, you can't hold it anymore. You could take that and put it cherry side up into a pipe and puff on the pipe and smoke the rest of your cigar. Not everybody knows that. I could be wrong, but I'm not. See, nice smoky smoke, beautiful. After your eyes water and you can see again, turn the ribs so that the other side is now facing the coals. So you get that indirect heat. Now I'm going to let that sit another few minutes. Take a puff of my cigar. The ash, nice. What's important about the ash, you maintain it as long as you can, because it actually can control the amount of heat that the cherry produces. So it's almost like an insulator. It keeps it warm, but it also regulates the temperature of your tobacco, so that way you don't get that acrid draw and it doesn't taste disgusting at the end. Oh, see, it fell, and that's okay, because guess what? They grow back. There's a membrane on the back of the ribs that you should remove before you cook, before you even season the ribs. It's called a silver skin. That's the nickname they gave it. So it can be challenging to remove, but once you get it going, most times it'll come off in a sheet, but it's worth the effort, because if you leave the skin on, it gets very leathery after it's done cooking. It fails to let any seasoning that you've pre-seasoned your ribs with enter the meat. It cooks different, and it won't allow the smoke and the heat to penetrate the ribs properly. Okay, so now that's it. I'm going to turn them over. Nice. See how they get a nice color. They were very pale before, but now they got nice grill marks. A little bit of cigar smoke, and you got a nice ribs. So I'm going to cover this up again for a little while, because we like the meat to fall off the bone. Okay, wow, they look beautiful. Hi Ribbies, how are you? It's about 88 degrees today. Tomorrow 90. That's why I didn't want to do this tomorrow. I was sweating into the food. Okay, we are on the home stretch here. Ribs out. Nice. So Mike, depends on how well you like your ribs cooked, but the 90 minutes in the oven pretty much cooks the ribs. And this adds all the smoky, delicious barbecue flavor and further cooks it. But my guess is about 20 minutes. So you do 10 minutes aside. I do indirect heat. Take the rib. Get them ribs meat side up so I can get under there with the tongs. Place them on the foil. Like so. And there it is. Ribs. It's a nice keto type meal. And Lord knows I need it. You can see my belly on camera. So now once they're done cooking, you let them rest a little bit. They reabsorb their juices. And I'm going to take a bite to these coals, bye-bye coals. Okay, it's been fun smoking and cooking with you. This is Cigar-B-Q episode 2. I'll see you next time.